Hey, welcome. We're going to jump right in today and talk about something pretty fascinating. A whole new way of looking at how we navigate this crazy, complex world we're all in. It's all about finding what's being called a path to thrive. So let me ask you something right off the bat. Think about all the choices you make every single day. What if the right choice, the one that's good for you, good for the world, was also the one that felt the best, the most rewarding? Imagine your big picture goals and your gut instinct just clicking into place, perfectly aligned. Just let that sink in for a second.
Okay, so a world on fire. Sounds intense, right? But let's be real. Making that right choice we just talked about, it's not always so easy, is it? It kind of feels like we're all trying to find our way through a world that's, well, under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, you look around, there are some seriously unprecedented challenges out there. We're talking economic stuff, social divides, the environment. It's all connected, and it's a lot. It's so easy to feel totally overwhelmed, right? Like you're just trying to keep your head above water.
And look, the stakes they're really, really high. The source material for this doesn't pull any punches. It says we're facing multiple, overlapping threats to our very existence. Now, the point here isn't to scare anyone. It's about being honest about the problem so we can actually start to solve it.
So, where do we even start with all that? Well, this is where it gets interesting. The core idea here points to a bottleneck that might surprise you. It's not about money, it's not about technology, it's about communication. Check this out. More is wasted on miscommunication than needed to solve all problems. Just think about that. It means the solutions are basically right there if we could just get on the same page.
Okay, so a mission for progress. Tackling that exact communication problem? That's been the focus of a mission that's been going on for a long, long time. A mission to find a better, faster way forward for all of us.
And, this whole idea, it didn't just pop up yesterday. This has been a journey. It actually started way back in 1987 with this mission to really push the limits of what humans and tech could do together. And that's evolved into what's happening today, finding new, cooperative ways to find that fastest path to progress. The whole time, the big goal has been the same: using better communication to, believe it or not, work towards world peace.
All right, so let's get to the good stuff. What's the solution that came out of all this? It's a new kind of intelligence, and it's not here to replace you. Think of it more like a guide. It's called GEMINI.
GENI, what is that? Okay, it stands for Generative Intentional Intelligence. Let's unpack that, because it's important. Most AI just crunches data, right? GENI is different. It's built to understand human intention. It uses these really unique algorithms to figure out the crazy, unpredictable ripple effects of how we all react to things, so it's less like a Google search and more like a super advanced guide that shows you what-if scenarios. So how does it actually help you? It's basically a three-step process. First, it uses some really cutting-edge algorithms, they call it quantum intelligence, to predict how people might react to something. Then, based on that, it doesn't just spit out one answer. It gives you a few different solid paths you could take. But here's the magic, the third step. It doesn't order you around. It just nudges you. It helps you subconsciously see which choice really lines up with your goals, making that best choice feel like the most natural one.
Do good and feel good. See, this whole thing leads to something pretty amazing. It's a way to break free from these psychological traps we all fall into. It's about finally lining up what's genuinely good for you with what actually feels good to do.
Okay, let's get concrete. Think about regular marketing. A lot of it is designed to get you hooked on things you might regret later, right? That's the pleasure trap. Or it plays on your ego. The GENII path is the total opposite. It's designed to be an antidote to that. Instead of trapping you, it helps you make choices that are genuinely good for you and boost your ego the right way because you know you're making smart moves. You get to follow your desires totally guilt-free. So here's the bottom line. You don't have to choose anymore between what feels good in the moment and what's actually good for you in the long run. GEMINI is all about finding that sweet spot where the most effective, efficient choice is also the one that just feels right, the one that makes your life better.
All right, so this isn't just theory. The people behind this are so sure about it that they're basically putting their money where their mouth is. This is your invitation to actually try this out.
And when I say they're putting their money where their mouth is, I mean it. Check this out. A $1 million money-back guarantee. That's a serious statement. It's them saying, we are that confident that this works.
So if any of this sounds interesting to you, if you're even a little bit curious, here's how you can dive in. Everything we've talked about is coming to life right now on 2 new platforms. To see the big picture, the whole vision, head over to todaysultimate.com. And if you want to connect with others and be part of the community, that's happening at clubqil.com.
Wow, okay. We've gone from these huge global challenges all the way down to a totally new way to make choices. It really all comes back to that question I asked you at the very beginning. So I'll just leave you with this. Are you ready to find your ultimate path?